Two guards at the Metropolitan Correction Center have been charged in connection with the suicide of Jeffrey Epstein. They're accused of falsifying records. They were supposed to check on Epstein, but prosecutors today revealed that no one checked on the accused sexual predator for 8 hours before his death. Here's Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett.
The two guards left the courthouse surrounded by their supporters, hid their faces, and said nothing.
We believe that when all the evidence is presented about how the system was ran and how they were severely short-staffed at all times, maybe you'll have a different appreciation for what was going on.
They were assigned to the most secure unit in New York's most secure jail, their common area just 15 feet away from Jeffrey Epstein's cell, where the nation's highest profile inmate was locked up alone, his cellmate having been transferred elsewhere just hours earlier. The guards are expected to perform rounds every half hour and count inmates 5 times a shift. But prosecutors say they did none of that and instead falsified the logs. That 41-year-old Michael Thomas and his partner, 31-year-old Tova Noel, remained in their common area for 8 straight hours, surfing the internet and apparently sleeping, until they went to serve breakfast at 6:30 a.m. and found Jeffrey Epstein with a bedsheet tied around his neck. Epstein hung himself, defendant Michael Thomas told his supervisor. "We messed up. I messed up. She's not to blame. We didn't do any rounds." The medical examiner ruled it a suicide. Epstein was to face trial for running a sex trafficking operation that victimized young girls. In Washington, the Department of Prisons director told a congressional hearing that there is no evidence to suggest foul play. The two officers pleaded not guilty here this afternoon and were released on $100,000 bonds. If they're convicted, they could face up to 5 years in federal prison.